Have you ever wondered, why does your mind feel exhausted even on days when nothing big happened? Why simple choices drain you? Why small conflicts cloud your clarity? Or why some days your mind feels sharp, and other days it feels impossible to think straight? What if it isn't life that's overwhelming, but the way we let our mind take on work that was never meant for it? The proper work of the mind is the exercise of choice, refusal, yearning, repulsion, preparation, purpose, and assent. Nothing can corrupt the mind except its own decisions. Epictetus, Discourses. Epictetus believed the mind has 7 natural functions, 7 movements, like the 7 joints of a hand, that make our reasoning human and our choices meaningful. When the mind performs these functions well, we feel grounded. When it performs them poorly or forgets them entirely, we feel lost, overwhelmed, or anxious. Because the mind's suffering, Epictetus says, does not come from the world, but from its own misuse. Choice is the first duty of the mind, not the freedom to choose anything, but the responsibility is to choose the right thing. In a world overloaded with options, choices become heavy, but in ancient times, choice was simpler, fewer distractions, fewer temptations. In Buddhism, this echoes the teaching of right intention, the choice that aligns with compassion, clarity, and non-harm. In Christianity, St. Augustine wrote, "Right choices shape the soul." Modern psychology agrees. Every choice reinforces a neural pathway. You literally become what you repeatedly choose. To refuse is to protect your peace. Refusal is the internal no that shields your mind from distractions, impulses, or destructive influences. In Taoism, refusal is called wu wei, the art of not doing what corrupts your nature. Nietzsche warned, "The value of a man is measured by how much truth he can tolerate and how much nonsense he can refuse." Modern parallel. Refusal today is harder than ever. Notifications, advertisements, endless scrolling. To say no is a modern superpower. Yearning is not desire, it's aspiration, the longing to rise above who you were yesterday. Stoics call it arete, excellence of character. In Confucianism, this is self-cultivation, the constant refining of one's virtue. In Islam, this path is called tazkiyah, the purification and elevation of the soul. Jung described it as individuation, becoming the fullest version of yourself. This yearning is not ambition. It is alignment with the best within you. Repulsion is not negativity. It is the force that keeps your soul clean. You must reject toxic people, negative influences, false beliefs, self-deception. Buddha taught that the mind must guard its gates from harmful impressions. Rumi said boldly, "If something is not your path, step aside." Repulsion is wisdom, the wisdom to not let poison enter. Preparation is clarity in motion. For the Stoics, it meant practicing premeditatio malorum, imagining difficulties in advance, not to fear them, but to weaken their power. The samurai called this dying before you die, so that when challenges come, the mind does not tremble. In Christianity, this is the idea of staying watchful. In modern psychology, it is resilience training. Preparation does not stop suffering, but it prevents the mind from being broken by it. Purpose is the compass of the mind. Without it, effort becomes scattered. Buddhism teaches right livelihood, to live in harmony with the path you have chosen. Confucius said, "A noble man does not fear poverty, he only fears the lack of virtue." Nietzsche called purpose the antidote to suffering. He who has a why can bear almost any how. Carl Jung said purpose transforms life from chaos into order. Your purpose may be small, but it must be yours. Assent is acceptance, not passive surrender, but clear recognition of what is inside and outside your control. This is the heart of Stoicism. In Buddhism, it is equanimity. In Taoism, it is harmony with the flow. In Christianity, it is trust in God's will. Assent means, yes, this is what it is. And from this clarity, we act wisely. Epictetus warned that nothing can pollute the mind except its own decisions. Not fate, not the past, not people. Only the choices we make about what we allow inside and in our age. If we do not master the 7 functions, the world will master our minds for us. Your mind has 7 tasks. Everything beyond that is noise, distraction, or pollution. Choose wisely, refuse boldly, yearn upward, reject what harms you. Prepare your spirit, stay rooted in purpose, and accept what must be accepted. If this reflection brings you value, please consider liking and subscribing. May your mind become clearer, calmer, and more aligned with your true nature. Thank you for watching.